Hi everybody, Brady Joker here. Yeah, welcome to the list. It's 1 a.m. and today I'm going to be telling you guys my picks for the top 10 worst movies that were released in 2023. Now last year for 2022 I wasn't even able to make a top 10 worst because I only watched the good movies that were released in 2022. So I made a top 10 best, which is totally outdated. That video is so bad. It was my first go at like a movie video, which is kind of crazy to think about, but so that list is terrible and I hate it. But anyways, yeah, so today we're gonna be doing my top 10 least favorite films I watched of 2023, which there were plenty of. Now of course not every single awful movie is gonna be on this list because, you know, sometimes I like to honor myself and have the dignity to just not watch a terrible film. So don't get mad at me if I didn't watch Rebel Moon. I'm sorry. Some others that I didn't watch that I thought would be awful was like Strays, Haunted Mansion, and Wish. I didn't get around to seeing Wish because God, it looks so bad. Yeah, I'm really unenthusiastic because I just want to get to the top 10 best, but you know what? To get to the best things of the year, we have to go through the worst things so we can save the best for last. You know what I'm saying. Which, by the way, top 10 best movies of 2023 is coming by, when you're seeing this, probably the next day. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. I really don't have any honorable mentions. I watched 10 horrible movies, or not even horrible. I watched 10 bad movies, and then the rest were like mid and up. So these are the 10 bad movies that I watched of 2023. So let's just get rolling with number 10. Oh God, okay, so number 10 we have 65. 65 is a movie with Adam Driver, and it surely exists. I'm gonna be saying a lot of the same things for this list, and that is that a lot of the movies that are on this list, I strictly watched because I needed to watch bad movies to make a worst year list, which I don't know why I torture myself like that. But yeah, 65 was the least bad of the bad that I watched this year. And that's just because it's Adam Driver, and I love Adam Driver. And the thing that this movie does wrong is that it's just a basic, pretty boring action-adventure film, and that's it. It's just Jurassic Park, but not cool. There's a couple scenes that are pretty cool. Adam Driver, like I already said, is awesome, and he is it's Adam Driver. He always is gonna give a good performance, so there's that. The CG isn't actually awful. I think it looked decent. It wasn't bad. It's just, how do you take dinosaurs and killing dinosaurs and then turn it into a boring movie? I don't get it. The chemistry between Adam Driver and the little girl who I refuse to learn the name of, it's fine. It's sweet, I guess, but really there is nothing else that to me that I really need to talk about with this film. Okay, number 9, Five Nights at Freddys. Look, as a major fan of the games, or major former fan of the games, I was very disappointed. I have a whole review of this film and how disappointed I was after I watched it, because man, this does a lot wrong. It just isn't scary. And for a horror game series about murder and child kidnapping and murdering, yeah, this kind of disappointed me with its thrills. I think the animatronics look good. Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard always, carry, which they do carry. But everything else is just so bleh. It just gets nothing out of me. But it had enjoyable parts. It's fine. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, number 8 is Book Club: The Next Chapter. Stupid. Look, this film, it's fine, it's wholesome, it's bad. It gets nothing out of me. It gets nothing out of me. It's cute, I guess. The acting's alright. These are very talented women actresses, and it's fine. It's whatever. The first one is not good. I think this one is better than the first one, so there's that. But again, it's not good. Pretty boring. Okay, number 7. I'm kind of shocked that this movie has gotten like a pretty solid reputation, but I think it's garbage, and that's no hard feelings. This is just a basic, raunchy rom-com at its finest, and it does nothing special. Nothing. It does nothing interesting at all. Jennifer Lawrence got nominated for a Golden Globe for this film, which she gives a solid enough performance, but like, dude, what? Like, that's the most insane thing to me, that she got nominated for an award, a prestigious award, for no hard feelings. I mean, it has a couple funny jokes that I maybe chuckled at from time to time, but other than that, I was bored. A lot of these films just did nothing for me. I just sat there and watched in utter agony as I was just like, all right, it feels like we're about an hour and a half in. Oh man, we're 20 minutes in. Oh my God. All right, number 6, I saw this movie at the beginning of the year because, for the exact same reason, I wanted to watch a bad movie, and that is 80 for Brady. Look, it's 80 for Brady. It's pretty much anything I can say about Book Club The Next Chapter. Just take that with 80 for Brady and make it less funny and less wholesome in my eyes. It's a pretty stupid story in my opinion. It's so off the rails that it's just like, I can't even believe anything that is happening, which I know it's fiction, but like, dude, it's based on true events. Tell me the true story. I don't want to learn all this fiction bullcrap that I don't care about. It's whatever. It's not really funny. It has moments, but it's like, dude. Okay, number 5. This is gonna easily be my most controversial take on this whole list because this movie garnered a lot of praise for some reason. People really enjoyed this film, and I found it comically bad, and that is Evil Dead Rise. Now, I haven't seen any of the originals. I haven't seen the first, second, Army of Darkness, not even the remake. I haven't seen any others. But this was atrocious. It was boring. I hated every character. The mom was goofy a lot of the time. It wasn't scary. It made me mad because I thought it was gonna be an actual good horror movie, and it wasn't. I genuinely laughed a lot of the time through the movie when something scary was supposed to be happening, and that's not what you want in a horror movie. I guess the acting is fine, but it's like when the characters are so predictable and basic, it just draws me out. I found very little enjoyment in this film. The kills were cool, so I'll give it that, and that's why it's at number 5, but everything else in this movie was just bad. Okay, number 4, this is another one that might shock some people, but Murder Mystery 2, my God, did y'all see this? But this was awful. Look, other than Punch Drunk Love, I have not seen a single Adam Sandler movie that I actually enjoyed. And granted, I haven't seen very many. I mean, I hated Hubie Halloween, and I freaking hate this. And the Murder Mystery 1 wasn't much better. But this one was god-awful. I was just sitting there, in my seat, like, be funny. Do something funny. Make me laugh movie. It was boring. I think Jennifer Aniston is the most overrated actress in our entire, like, in the industry. I don't think she's a very good actress. She's fine, but she's just not that great. I mean, Adam Sandler's a great actor. I've seen him in Punch Drunk Love. It's in my top 10, but this is just bad. The plot does nothing for me. It's a boring murder mystery. It's predictable. It's bad. It's Murder Mystery 2. What do you expect? Okay, now we've gone from really bad to the worst. We're at the top 3. These are the 3 films that made me question my whole existence as a movie guy, if that's what you want to call it. Anyways, The Tutor. Oh my God. What happened here? You could have had something cool here. You could have. And in fact, I think you started out with something interesting. The first maybe 20 or even 30 minutes of this film were not awful. But my God, as soon as you get to the conflicts between the main dude and his wife, oh my God. Look, I'm gonna spoil this dang thing, but who really cares? So it turns out that the main guy here that you're rooting for the whole time is a twist villain and he's actually the bad guy of the whole film. And by the end, like, you're rooting for this guy the whole time, because I think that main actor, the only reason it's not worse than the other two, I think he does a good job here. I actually think he delivers a solid performance. But he portrays this really nice guy the whole movie, and then all of a sudden he's this cartoonish serial killer that you would see out of like an animated film. It's really corny. I hated the reveal because it totally ruined his character. It comes out of literally nowhere, because the whole movie you have evidence that he's not a bad guy, and Noah Schnapp, the person who you think is the bad guy, has so much evidence against him. And it's just stupid. This movie frustrated me more than any other film on this list, and that's honestly true. I was so frustrated watching this because it could have been good. It could have maybe been a decent film, but they couldn't help themselves from trying to be this masterpiece, brilliant piece of work that, oh, it completely subverted your expectations. No, you were just bad. God, this is why I want to film my best, because I'm mad. Okay, number 2, Exorcist Believer. What did you expect? This film is a steaming pile of garbage that disrespects everything about the original. They brought back Ellen Burstyn just to sell tickets and to make the trailers look cool. They made her totally useless. It's awful, it's terrible, it's boring, but kind of like the Tutor, it starts out with some decent potential. The first 20 minutes, I'm like, okay, where are you going with this? It's not awful. And then as soon as you get to the stupid possession stuff, it's just awful. It's boring, predictable, and just overall atrocious. It's even worse that it completely disrespects the original, because I think the original Exorcist is one of the most influential horror movies of all time, and they just disrespect everything about that and the characters. It is awful. I genuinely cannot think of a single redeeming quality about this film. I hated it. It's one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life, but not the worst of the year. That belongs to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Need I say more? It is a awful, horribly acted, cash grab piece of garbage. The plot is so stupid, if I described it to you, you would laugh at my face. That I can't even with this film. I'm struggling to find words. Maybe it's because it's 1 a.m. and my eyes are drooping, but God, I hated this thing. I'm not even gonna lie, I started to fast forward a bit through the end. I maybe fast forward about 3 minutes of the film because I needed it to end. And 3 minutes might not seem like a lot, but that is genuinely, I think, the first time I have ever needed to fast forward through a movie to try to get through it because of how bad it is. I'm being so for real by that. I hated it. There's nothing redeeming. The kills there's a couple decent kills, but the acting is atrocious. The characters are awful. Why did you make this? And there's apparently a lot of other Disney classic horrors that are gonna be made, like Peter Pan's one of them, I know. Why, what has this world come to? That's my top 10 worst films of 2023. I hope you enjoyed the list and the video. I sure as hell hope you did not enjoy any of these movies because they are all pretty bad in their own respective rights. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, got a little enjoyment out of it, and I hope you guys had a great year, and I look forward to 2024. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, or night, or whenever you're watching this. I'll see you guys next time in the best movies of 2023. Peace.